Scottie Pippen. Come on, Scott, let's talk. Do you really want that smoke with Kevin Durant? I don't know. It's looking like it. Scottie Pippen, the legendary Scottie Pippen of the Chicago Bulls, Houston Rockets. Do you really? I mean, seriously. Do you want that smoke, Scottie Pippen, with arguably the best player, in my humble opinion, in the NBA right now? I'm talking about him and Kevin Durant was going at it something pretty intense. Things got a little bit spicy between Scottie Pippen and Kevin Durant on social media. Well, listen, don't worry. I'm gonna let y'all know. Come on, I got y'all. I'm gonna let y'all know everything that happened with all the details included. Let's talk about it. Scottie Pippen, basically what he did was he made a little bit of criticism about KD and his inability to get his team over the hump. He made a point that Durant has yet to surpass LeBron as the best player in the NBA, which I disagree with, but I see the context of where he's coming from with that. Pippen also suggested that KD has much more to learn before he takes over that title of greatest, best player in the NBA. I don't know about that, but you know. And in his own words, Pippen said, KD can score better than LeBron, probably always have been able to, but has he surpassed LeBron? Nah. He tried to beat the Milwaukee Bucks instead of utilizing his team. You know, passing that rock, getting the ball around and, you know, having his team help him with the W, try to get the victory. You see what I'm saying? LeBron James would have figured out how to beat them and he would have been exhausted and he may not have taken the last shot, but LeBron ain't KD and KD ain't LeBron. KD is a shooter, a scorer, but he doesn't have what LeBron has. I disagree with that, of course. KD, of course, felt a certain way about that. You know, he felt that slander just a little bit. And KD came back and said, didn't the great Scottie Pippen refuse to go in the game for the last second shot because he was in his feelings? His coach drew up the play for a better shooter. And KD also said, this guy, Scott, also wanted to enjoy summer, so he chose to rehab during the season. Laugh out loud. Yo, Scottie Pippen. They followed Phil, not you, talking about Phil Jackson, the coach, and all of those references that KD was talking about. He was basically, you know, if you know if you know about basketball, anything about the championship Bulls team, you know, Scottie Pippen refused to go in to one of the games because, you know, the coach Phil Jackson drew up a play for someone else and Pippen sat at the end of the bench. And as far as, you know, wanting to rehab when Scottie Pippen had got an injury. You know, Pippen basically, you know, sat out from my recollection. Scottie Pippen basically, you know, set out games during the season. And, you know, he just basically was on his chill out, you know what I'm saying? Instead of kind of, you know, getting on the court, grinding, doing his thing. If I remember correctly, you know, I just saw that documentary about the championship Bulls over the summer. And, you know, I was, you know, a younger version of myself when all of that was going on in the NBA and with the Chicago Bulls. So I remember it vaguely, but I think that's what happened with that latter part. But yeah, I mean, as far as this is concerned, listen, I have my hangups. I have my things about KD that I think KD could improve on, as far as like some of the ways he interacts off of the court. You know, some of the things he does on social media, some of the way he reacts to certain people coming at his neck on social media and talking about him. I think KD could, you know, I'm not gonna say be mature because he's a man. He's definitely a man's man. But I think KD could, you know, be a little bit more, have a little bit more restraint. And I know it's easier said than done. But when you making, you know, hundreds of $1 millions, and I mean, you KD, the best basketball player, my personal opinion, the best basketball player in the NBA currently right now in June of 2021, this summer. If you know, take into all that in court, you know, KD, you know, you don't need to respond to people that's, you know, talking bad about you, dogging you, people that really, you know, holds no weight, like, you know, actor Michael Rappaport. You just can't really respond back to everybody, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes you just gotta let it roll. Like Scarface had a song years ago that said, let me roll. KD, you got to let that roll off of you. You know what I mean? You can't You know what I'm saying? There's rumors that KD had burner accounts, fake accounts, responding back to all of this vitriol that he was getting from people. And so that's the, one little small minuscule aspect that I'd be like, yo, KD, just chill. Don't let it get to you, bruh. But we all react differently. And if I was in his situation, and even sometimes in my own personal life with some vitriol or sometimes with, depending on the interaction I have with people, I might act a little childish. And Scottie Pippen is a legend. I mean, we're not going to even sit up here and question anything that the legend Scottie Pippen, it's all opinions. It's just his opinion. I have my opinion. Scottie has his. KD has his. And so it's all opinion. It's a game of opinion. So, that's just his observation. And I do feel like LeBron has qualities that KD doesn't possess, vice versa. KD has qualities that LeBron might not necessarily possess. So it's all love. It's all opinions. But I love them all. I love pause. I like KD, Scotty, and LeBron. They my dudes. So, it is what it is. And I will check y'all later. And hopefully we won't have no more of this back and forth between these two. But if it gets hot and if it continues to get more heated or more spicy, I will definitely keep y'all updated. One love. Peace.